So reason number 3 is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, holding fast to the Quran and the Sunnah, for they are guidance and light. This is in contrast to the way of the people of innovation and misguidance, who rely on something other than the revelation, as in the case, for example, with the Sufis, who regard the statements and dreams of their sheikhs as a source of Islamic teachings and regard them as evidence to confirm religious teachings or their issues of religion based on the dreams of their sheikhs. So there's a great deal of evidence on this principle. So in Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 16, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, by which Allah guides those who pursue His pleasure to the ways of peace and brings them out from darkness into the light by His permission and guides them to the straight path. In Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 3, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, this day I have perfected for you your religion and completed my favour upon you, and have approved for you Islam as a religion. Number 3 of that reason and the justification, the evidences, is in Surah Al-Nahl verse 89, the verse in where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things and as guidance and mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. It was narrated from Zayd ibn Arqam that the Prophet ﷺ said, it was narrated in Sahih Muslim, to proceed, O people, I am only human, soon the envoy of my Lord will come to me, and I will respond, I am leaving among you 2 weighty things. The first of them is the book of Allah, in which there is guidance and light. Follow the book of Allah and hold fast to it. So the benefits of this is, the principle implies the following, that affirming what Allah and His Messenger ﷺ affirmed in the Quran and in the Sahih Sunnah, negating what Allah and His Messenger ﷺ negated in the Quran and Sahih Sunnah, and keeping quiet about that concerning that which Allah and His Messenger ﷺ kept quiet. As Allah says in Surah Al-Isra verse 36, and do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight and the heart, about all those one will be questioned, so it's really important that do not speak when you have no knowledge about something, because your hearing, your sight and the heart, these will all be questioned. That's what, your body parts will, literally be justification for you on the Day of Judgment. So that's why this is so important. The principle also implies that there should be no contradiction between those texts, and what reason may understand from them that is contrary to the truth and is not correct. This is in contrast to the people of innovation and misguidance, who place great emphasis on reason than it deserves, as they give precedence over the religious text. This is an unacceptable exaggeration, because no matter how great the esteem in which reason is held, it has its limits which should not be transgressed under any circumstances, especially with regard to matters of the unseen that reason cannot see and know nothing about it, because it is far removed from the tangible realm in which reason operates. So the benefit is that the basic principle according to Ahl as-Sunnah is that it is impossible for there to be a contradiction between the sound religious text and the sound reasoning. For the one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created this reasoning, the all-aware He is also the one who sent down this revelation to the heart of His Messenger, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If there's anything that is thought to be a contradiction, that's because the religious text is not sound, like I mentioned, or because the reasoning is flawed and is not sound, and it has been contaminated with whims and desires and is followed the path of falsehood and misguidance. Allah forbid. So I'm going to leave you here. Fi amanillah. I'm going to be continuing with this in the next episode, with this series of having a sound and a sound aqeedah, a sound creed, so we can cement our religion, and we, when questioned on the Day of Judgment, have a sound aqeedah that is not corrupt. And that's what I want you to be able to benefit from this series, and for you to implement what these verses, what they are saying, and share them with others. I'll leave you here. Fi manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.